Hi friends, this is Ranjit. Welcome back to our course on CATIA viewfoil. So in today's session, we are going to draw this handle using CATIA viewfoil. So the object after drawing will look like this object. Okay. The same object can be drawn using solid modeling technique as well as surface modeling technique. Okay. So let's get started. So the basic sketch will be given by this like this. Okay. So I will just go through the points that we are going to see first. So they have specified there will be a two section. One section is of circular, which is of diameter 50, and another section is of elliptical like this. Okay, and we need to connect these two sections along this one guide curve, and our second guide curve will be like this. Okay, so let's try to create a geometry one by one. So I will just delete the previously created part. Okay, then I will show you the planes. Then I will create a one plane which is parallel to xz plane, and the distance they have given it as a 35 plus 35 plus 35 plus 35. That means it will be a 140 mm. So I will specify this as a 140 mm. Okay, then I will create a sketch on this plane, and that sketch is of elliptical section. So I will just go into the ellipse, specify the center point, and I will specify the major radius as a 15, tab minor radius as a 25, and the angle will be 0. So it will be like this. Then I will just exit the sketch. Then the next thing they have given is circular section on this plane. So I will just go create a circle on this plane, and the dimension of this circle is diameter 50. Okay, and we need to connect these two sections with the help of two guide curve. So I will just go on to this plane, go to the sketch, and I will draw one simple arc from this to this, and the radius of arc that they have given it as a 293. So I will just go and specify the dimension for this arc, then the distance of this point from this line, and the distance of this point from this line, and this point I can make this as a coincident, and you can specify this as a 25 and this as a 25, so that this end point will lie on this curve as well as this circular shape, and the radius they have given is a 293. So this is our first guide curve. Try to draw these sketches separately. If you have not drawn them separate sketches, then we have to use disassemble sketch to convert this single sketch into multiple sketches. Okay, then I will again go into the sketch. So for this portion, they have given the radius of this arc as a 20, and the distance between the point they have given it as a 35, and they should lie on the horizontal line of diameter 25. That means it should lie at a distance of 25 mm from the center. So I will just draw initially a line like this. Then I will just select the sketch, and I will specify from the distance from the center point. So this distance I have given it as a 25. Then I will just draw 4 simple arcs. So for those, I will just use this line as a reference. So this is my first curve, this is my second curve, Again, they should be coincident with the existing point. This is my third curve, and this should be my fourth curve. Okay, then the next thing that I am going to do is I will make these 2 points coincident and make this point lie on this curve. So they have already on that point. Again, this point I will check with the help of constraint. So this point and this curve should be coincident. Again, this point and this line should be coincident. Then distance between these 2 points should be 35. Distance between these 2 points, sorry, it should be 35. This should be 35, and again this should be 35. Okay, so we have made this coincident with this edge. It is not necessary to make this dimension. Then this dimension they have given it as a 35. This one also 35. This one also 35. And they have specified the radius as 20. So I will use radius 20. This one is also 20. This one is also 20. And this one is also 20. Okay, and they have created a fillets between the two curves, and the fillet radius they have given it as a 20. Sorry, 15. So I will just create a fillets between the two sketches, and I will specify the fillet radius as a 15. This fillet radius as a 15. Again, this fillet radius as a 15. So you can observe this dimension over here. Okay. Then I will go here and I will just use exit workbench. So we have drawn two sections and we have created an arc and this guide curve. So we need to connect these two sketches along this guide curve. So for that I will use multi-section solid. So the first section will be this ellipse, the second section will be this. Then we are going to connect them with the help of guide curve. So I will go and select the guide curve. This is my first guide curve, this is my second guide curve. Okay, and just click on the preview and okay. So this is our first step. Then they have given this portion as a circular, and the length of this portion is 15 mm, and this section should be offset from our previous section by an amount equal to 10 mm. So I will just create a plane of a 10 mm from this surface, and I will go and select the plane. I will draw the circle and the diameter of this circle as a 20, and I will press exit, and I will just extrude this in the reverse direction by 15 mm, and we need to connect this section to this section. Again we will be using multi-section surface. So I will just show you this sketch, and I will just show the another sketch. That will be sketch number 12, sorry, sketch number 11. Okay, and we will again go into this multi-section solid option, select this portion and this portion, and we will just press OK. Okay, then the next thing, we need to create a fillets. So for creating fillets we will be using these fillets, and they have not specified the fillet radius, so I will just assume the fillet radius as a 3 mm. And the last operation will be to use the shell command. So I will just use the shell command because they have specified the thickness of this object as a 2 mm. So I will just select the face to remove as this, and the thickness will be 2 mm inside, and I will press OK. Now if you want to see the cross section view, you can go to this dynamic sectioning tab and choose the appropriate plane. Then you will get to see this cut section view. Okay, so that's all about this session. Try to create this object by your own. Thank you, friends.